All right, y'all, what's going on? It's Combo Breaker 99 back with another video. All right, y'all, we are 2 days away from the big flyweight fight. Dakota Ditcheva taking on Tyler Santos. Just checking out some interviews, checking out some press conference and information and things like that. Came across this interview with Dakota. Pulled up the text here because I wanted to read something to y'all. But yeah, once again, though, man, I haven't really been seeing too much from Tyler Santos as far as promotion here. Mostly the open workout posters and posts on Facebook from PFL are all Dakota. And maybe Tyler's just really hard at work, or it's like I always said, Dakota is just the girl that they're pushing for this one, But with that being said, after listening to this interview, I definitely can see where Dakota is coming from, and we can't put it all on her or hate on her for that fact, right? Because if you got it, you got it when it comes down to marketing yourself, right? And the blueprint is out there on how to be an entertainer, right? Especially in this business. It's a martial arts, but at the same time, it is show business in a way, right? You out there showing your business. So you better do something to promote your business, right? And with that being said, I got to say, I respect Dakota a lot, for addressing the interviewer in this one after asking her that question about, fighters being angry at her. She talked about it and said, hey, some of these fighters are jealous. Some of these fighters are jealous, but if they're jealous and, they're not happy with what they're getting versus hers or her exposure, do something about it, do something about it. And I respect that. And, just to go on record, that's what I keep telling people over here. Like, I may not be sold on Dakota as being the next champion yet. Like, even GOAT, like y'all are putting the crown on her. I'm not sold on that, but that doesn't mean I'm hating on her come up, or her superstardom, if you will, or her stardom, if you will, because WMMA needs this. Anything, like I said before, anything that promotes WMMA or gives it more light and brings in more fans, I'm all for. Just like with Wayne Kong. I'm all for Wayne Kong, bringing in the fan base and bringing in, new fans to the sport of WMMA. What I'm not for is pushing her too far ahead without her putting in the work, because then her downfall is going to be harder, and then she'll disappear and y'all ain't going to be there to support her. Same thing goes for Dakota. Dakota's doing the work now over here at PFL, and she's definitely got a good backing behind her, and she's definitely exciting, which is all thumbs up for me. But when we start putting her in there with Valentina, Manon, and Grasso, that's where I got the issue, right? That's where I'm going to separate her, right? Now, she might be more popular than Grasso or Manon, yeah, but she's not a better proven fighter than them. There's a big difference. Can she be a bigger star than all of them? Of course. Is she worthy of being the champion over them now? No. Two different things, right? So with that being said, there's no hate on Dakota at all. We need a fighter like her in the sport, because even as a stand-up fan, I want to see that stand up against better fighters. I want to see how dominant she can be against someone that can really bring it. I want to see what she does against Tyler Santos, But with that being said, let's pull up this interview here. The interviewer asked her a few things, about some people being rubbed the wrong way with her, about her stardom and being pushed, about it coming up so fast. This is what she had to say. There's definitely a little bit of jealousy, I think, and a bit of frustration from a few fighters. I get it. Like you said, it's a business. We have to be able to sell these fights in order to get paid. If you want to get paid, do something. All right. So let me stop right there. Yeah, when she said that right there, I was just like, exactly. Like, if you want to get paid, do something, So I can't knock fighters out there that are promoting themselves. Sometimes the antics that they do, I'm not all for it. But if they put themselves out there, that's it, Some fighters out here twerking like Eileen Perez. All right, I ain't with that. But the more she gets on the map, the more I'm tuned in, because on the other side, I want to see how bad she gets whooped. You know what I mean? Just for being crazy sometimes, or like playing the villain. So you have to be able to put yourself out there to people that might be fans of you, or people that are gonna, hate on you. You know what I mean? But she also said this: make your fights exciting, or get on social media and make an effort. You have to. The people that were mad at these fighters, certain fighters making money, but if you look at the ones making money, it's the personalities in the sport, or the fighters that are doing something different, right? So, I mean, she pretty much said what we all say about these fighters that aren't getting put on like pay-per-view cards or aren't making main events. They're not promoting themselves, right? and not promoting themselves. And when I say promote yourself, it doesn't always have to come off as being some type of heel or tossing tables or, again, taking your pants off, showing your butt. It ain't always about that. It's just about, you know, bringing in your fan base and bringing in more people that want to see you fight, whether it be win or lose. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go to the efforts of always showing skin as women. You know what I mean? Like, Dakota doesn't really do that. Like, I mean, she'll wear her little crop tops and things like that, and, you know, people are attracted to her face, I guess. But, you know, when they see her in these, like, yeah, it's a woman. They're going to look at her like that. So she doesn't even have to do that extra stuff. But even with the other women in the sport, you know, you can still be out there and just stick to promoting, you know, your journey as a fighter. And I think the more that you're relatable, that people will follow you, you know. But the less you say, you know, your fan base ain't really going to be there with you. You know, if you go to boxing, and for men, you know, Errol Spence, you know, he's not the loudest fighter in the room, but he has a big fan base. You know, he's got a huge fan base, some crazy fans too sometimes, almost like borderline Rose and Wei Lee fans, you know. They call them aerosexuals, you know. So the Errol Spence fans out there, you know, they ride for him. And he's not a loud talker. You know, he's not a loud talker. He's been promoting himself. You know, he's been promoting himself by fighting everybody and just answering the call when it's time to fight, and just by being a good fighter. So it can be done, you know. Like, some of these girls out here, they just need to be seen and they need to put themselves out there. Like she said, do something. It doesn't necessarily mean you have to be doing the stupid stuff and the antics to, you know, to be seen for shock value, but be entertaining, because it still is a business. It's a show business. You know, you out there showing your business, you know, so you need to be promoting your business as well. So when Dakota, speaks on that and people get mad, like, definitely not mad at her for that. Like, that's what you got to do. And that's what I want to see done in WMMA. I want to see fighters posting their journey, you know, putting in the work, not just showing up, you know, just going through the motions. But if you're gonna get mad at somebody like Dakota, you have to have a reason why. Like, some of the fighters that she's talking about too, like, if they're getting mad, let's ask the questions. Like, are you promoting yourself? Are you winning fights? You know, are you training hard? Are you doing all these things? See, I think Dakota is still doing all these things. You know, I may not be a big fan of the matchmaking they've done with her, because, like I said, again, she's just been fighting all the losers in the tournament, right? But other than that, I mean, she's been training. You know, she's training with a lot of the best fighters in the world. So, you know, she is, you know, backing up her skill set and her work ethic for now, you know. But along the way, you still have to do something to get money. Like, this is what she said too. She said, look, I don't know why anybody's getting frustrated just with me, because I'm just, like, getting what I can out of the years in this sport. And I feel like that would be the clever thing to do, right? Yeah, and even with that, like, it shouldn't even be the clever thing. Like, every fighter should come in there with that mentality, right? You shouldn't get frustrated with her because she knows how to get what she wants, and how to get, you know, she knows how to get what she wants, and she's using what she has to get it, you know, an exciting style, you know, a dominant style, and she knows how to use her social media platform. So those are all things that every fighter has access to nowadays, you know, so it shouldn't be a frustrating thing, you know. You just have to know how to do it. See, again, the frustrating thing for me is just, you know, hearing people, you know, overrating her and things like that. But when it comes to this, no, like, I know where the star power is coming from. You know, she has the England background. They back their fighters. Patty, Molly, they don't care. Katie Taylor, you know, they all back their fighters. No matter Michael Venom Page, no matter what, they got their backs. You know, so if you know that, you got to use that to your advantage, and she's doing that. Right. And the other thing, too, like she said, I'm just trying to get what I can out of my years in this sport. You do that. You got to get it, because, again, when it's all said and done and the gloves are off, all these fans that were there for you on social media, whenever you're worn out and done fighting and you retired, are they going to be paying your pension? Are they going to be paying your 401k? Are us fans, are we still going to be paying these fighters monthly bills whenever, you know, they're out of the when they're out of the fight game and in the hospital? Nah, I'm not. You know, so whenever they can do whatever they can to get the money, you do it. You know, even if it's not me personally that's paying it, if there's somebody else out there that's going to pay high dollar for this person and help them get what they need to get out, hey, might as well, right? Because, you know, they are training and going through pain for our pleasure, right? So get what you can out of it. That's the most important part, because the fans aren't going to be there for you once you lose. Because let's say if she loses Friday night, the fans still going to rock with her. I'm sure there are some fans that still going to rock with her, but the stock goes down. So you're going to want to try to get it as much as you can. If she gets past Tyler in this fight, I expect her to up the ante and really start to negotiate more and more to get what she can out of sport. And by that, I mean her marketing, social media, taking time to be out on social media and doing things to step the game up and just make her whole entertainment value go up. So, when it comes down to it, Dakota doing what she got to do. Even like going back to Wayne Kong, putting the makeup on and being boastful like that, it works. But when you get in the cage, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. And that's what I still think about Dakota. Like, even though I feel like she fought the easy fights in the tournament, I think she's going to be a problem in this fight against Tyler, which is a whole nother video. But she knows the assignment. Her mom was a fighter, so I think she has that to really help give her help keep her grounded. Help keep her grounded for sure. But let me know in the comment section if y'all seen this interview. But she pretty much just stated what we all been saying, about fighters and wondering why they're not getting the popularity, or if other fighters get the popularity, they're jealous. Like, well, it's like she said, man, if you want something, if you want to get paid, do something.